All right, my loves. Hello, hello, and welcome. I'm so excited to be here to kick off our December Dharma practice. So make sure that we have water and a yoga mat boop behind me. And as we get situated, I just want to make sure that you can hear me. So I'm going to venture to my mat and we'll begin with a little bit of a gentle meditation to ground in. Let's see here. Boop. There we are. Oh, a little bit more like that. That's good. All right. Can you hear me from all the way over here?
Yes, I can.
All right, perfect. Perfect, my loves. Finding a comfortable seated position and just allowing yourself to land here and now, closing down your eyes and beginning to breathe into the lower belly as it rises and falls. Feeling the natural rhythm of your breath. And acknowledging any sounds from the inside, any sounds from the outside. How it is that you're arriving in this moment. Is the rhythm of your heart moving fast? Is it moving slow? And just asking yourself, how do I feel? How do I feel in this present moment? And why am I here? Taking just a few moments to set an intention for the practice today. Why am I here? And allowing that intention to land in the heart with your next inhale, to spread throughout the body on your next exhale. Coming into a deeper state of presence, a deeper feeling of gratitude, deeper awareness for what it is that you're calling in now. Acknowledging yourself and thanking yourself for showing up today as we get ready for the end of 2023 and the beginning of 2024. Moments like this have the opportunity to make all the difference when we allow ourselves to come into a deeper state of presence and intentionality. Taking a deep breath, lifting your arms all the way to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. Exhaling through the mouth for a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose, arms come up. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale one more time, all the way up. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Taking a moment to pause with your thumbs to your heart and your fingers spread out. To just feel the tension, the connection between your hands as you gently draw them together and allow your thumbs to meet your heart. Feeling the strength in your fingertips as they press into one another. Allowing the back of the shoulder blades to become active as well. Active and open. As the heart remains still and open. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale through the nose. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Inhale, arms come up to the sky. Exhale, twisting over to the right hand side. Left hand comes to right knee, and we will turn our gaze towards the back over our right hand shoulder. On the inhale, we focus on elongation of the spine, and on the exhale, we focus on twisting. Allowing yourself in this practice, just for this hour, to express with any sounds that you'd like. You can really get into the juiciness of the exhale with ah or oh or whatever sounds feel good, or just express with emotion. And maybe you want to shake your head or move your shoulders, but just allow the emotions, the expression to come through in whatever form you feel called. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, coming over to the other side. And just knowing that there's no right or wrong way to move. We are just here to make shapes. We are just here to breathe and to become more present with our bodies. We are just here to listen to the rhythm of our own hearts as we move with that. Taking one deep breath in. Exhale for a deeper twist. And on the inhale, we'll be coming back to center, but before we go into our next elongation, we're going to switch our legs. So the opposite foot is in front. Can be a little awkward. We tend to favor one foot over the other. And as I look at my feet, I realize they're very, very dirty, as always. I'm known to have the dirtiest feet always. I hate wearing shoes. So just a love for the barefoot earthy baby over here that is one with dirt. If you see that in the camera, I'm sorry, but this is who I am. Okay, inhale, arms come up to the sky. Exhale, right arm comes down, left arm reaches all the way up and over. We're allowing our right shoulder to relax and just focusing on the openness, elongation, and the upward movement, the upward stretch of our left hand side, opening up our left armpit, allowing our right shoulder to fall, and gazing up towards the elbow. Opening up that left hand side and seeing where the tension lies in your body in this pose. Without judgment, we are just here to observe. We are just here to see new sides of ourselves. Inhale, arms come all the way up to the sky. Exhale, coming over to the other side. Left hand meets the mat. Right hand goes all the way up as if we're drawing our elbow up to the sky and opening our shoulders and our chest up and open. The drishti, our gaze, is over towards the right elbow. Left shoulder blade relaxes. And acknowledging too that the tension in our bodies and in our muscles tend to evolve and shift in every moment. This pose is usually very comfy for me. And today, I feel tight, feel like a tight little mama, feel bound. And I'm just observing without judgment the places and spaces in my muscles that's holding that tension and meeting it with a sense of openness and a willingness to just continue to breathe. One more deep breath here. Exhale, coming back down. And we're going to interlace our hands behind our backs, open our heart, and go like this. Interlace behind our back. Whoops. Ugh. I have a few 100 burn marks on my legs. We're gonna allow from the motorcycles here. When I say a few hundred, I have 2 open wounds that are about the size of an apricot. So I'm just being gentle with my legs as I use them for stability. We're gonna take a deep breath in and allow the heart to open. Finding our sense of balance in our sits bones and rooting into the earth, using the core strength of our lower abdomen as we allow our hearts to open more gently. And just observing our shoulder blades. Allowing them to sink a little bit more deeply behind us. When you're ready, you can allow your arms to fall. Give your shoulders a little shake, 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 shake all the way down. And take a moment here to allow your head to fall down, your shoulders to shake. And rest your hands on your knees. Inhale, coming up, switching your legs. Exhale, going down, shaky shake, let it fall. Opening up the back of our heart as we shake, which is where we allow ourselves to receive love. Allowing ourselves to receive love. Finding stillness as we elongate up, bringing both hands to the center of our mat. We find our tabletop position here. We have shoulders over our wrists at a 90-degree angle. Our toes are tucked in at this point, and we'll find some gentle circles here to open our wrists up. Very gently. Acknowledging now how the belly moves when you breathe. Now that our belly is facing downwards, are we allowing it to fall? Do we feel the need to suck it in? Are we breathing into our chest, or are we breathing shallowly, going to the other side, other direction? And acknowledging in this moment the female tendency to hold our breath and to suck our belly in. The acknowledgement that we have been taught and shown societally that we are more valuable based on our appearance in any way, shape, or form. And in this practice, just for this hour, just for this moment, we allow ourselves to understand the rhythm of our body and the natural tendencies and the necessity to allow ourselves to breathe fully. To allow our belly to rise, to appreciate our bodies in its fullness and in its depth, coming forward and backwards now in movement, forward and backwards. Acknowledging that the deeper the breath, the rounder the breath, and the more that we allow our bellies to expand, the more vitality we offer to ourselves. It's often in trying to hold back the parts of ourselves or the places of ourselves that feel vulnerable and unlovable, where we lose the opportunity for us to understand how lovable we are, how worthy we are, and how every single cell of our body in the depth and the roundness of that has so much beauty, magic, vulnerability, and stories within. So just for this moment, we allow ourselves to be exactly as we are. We can allow the hips now to begin to move a little more from side to side. A little pendulum from side to side. And just feeling and understanding our connection to our lower belly and our hips now. Our lower back, which is all the same energy center. Our sacral, where we hold traumas. It's the densest energy center in my understanding. We can open the back now, the upper heart, to allow the heart center to be activated here. Breathing a little bit of love into the sacral. Sacral is also our center for creation and manifestation and reproduction. Our sensuality, our sexuality, and our feelings is ruled by water. It is connected to the depths of our feelings, the deepest feelings that we have. Beautiful, good work connecting to that. We will move our hands up about a foot, 6 inches maybe. Tuck our toes under, coming up to downward facing dog. And just walking the dog. Understanding that this is the first double D, DD, down dog of the day. And we get to play with that energy. We get to play with the ups and downs of our heels and our toes, together and separately. We get to play with the movement of our hips from side to side as we bend and straighten our legs. We get to play with the weight in our hands and where we decide to put it, and how we decide to move it. Maybe we move back and forth between almost a plank, almost a plank, Almost plank all the way up. Back to our almost a plank. Wow. Almost a plank. Ooh, that's a plank. And back. Allowing your knees to meet the mat. Opening up to a wide-legged child's pose now. Walking your hands up, 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 and allowing your forehead to meet the mat. Maybe you want to bring your hands together, leaving your elbows on the ground to meet behind the base of your skull. Taking one more breath here. Coming back towards our tabletop position. Almost, keeping our legs untucked, keeping our weight over our shoulders. We will lower down, come into a little baby cobra as I become one with this plant. Hello, mister. I tried with all my might to move the plant. The plant really wanted to stay there. Maybe I should spend more time in the gym. Coming back into child's pose. For just one breath. Rolling into downward facing dog. Taking 3 breaths here. Rooting your weight into your palms of your hands. Astabandha, your hand connection. And allowing it to give you strength as that energy transfers from the palms of your hands all the way down to your hips to balance and create that straight line from your hips all the way down to your padabandha, your foot lock, allowing the energy and the weight to be in a fluid line here and walking up to the top of your mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. I am the plant. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. I am actually the plant. All the way up. Hands come through heart center. Inhale back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale all the way down. Vinyasa. Bend those arms and come on up to your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Remembering the lines of energy. And creating a micro bend in your elbows as you draw your elbows in towards your ears. Inhale, lifting your heels to the sky and walking to the front of your mat. Exhaling on a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Rooting yourself in through your feet, spreading your toes out, allowing your feet to be so deeply connected to the earth and all of the points. The point of your big toe, your baby toe, the bone right below your big toe, the outside of your foot and your heel, allowing that to create the grounding and the energy for stability to rise all the way up through your legs. Imagining that you have an external rotation or that your hips are opening up towards the outside, like a flower from your crotch. We have a flower that blossoms outwardly. We squeeze the bum in. We open the shoulders. We allow for this point of stability, safety, connection, grounding so deeply that starts from our feet and rises. Allowing it to come all the way up to the crown, opening those shoulders up, engaging the lower belly, tucking it in and allowing the bum to be strong and creating a sense of strength in your hands that you could push against a wall. If you were one with the wall, you could push the wall, and if I came to smack your little armsies, they wouldn't move. That is Tadasana. This is an engaged pose. This is the pose that reminds us of our strength, of our grounding, of our connection to the earth element, and what it feels like to be a woman. That is this pose. Inhale, all the arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, all the way down. Vinyasa. Through to our upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Rooting in, feeling your strength. Inhale, right leg comes up to the sky. Exhale, bending. Whee! Bending that leg, opening your hip a little bit. Whee! Ooh, we can move our knee. Whee! Ooh. You're so strong and so grounded. And when the wind blows or when we move a little bit at the top, we know that our foundation can hold us. Inhale, straighten your leg. What am I hitting? I'm hitting something in your leg. Inhale, leg goes straight. Exhale, we're bringing our right leg through our hands, creating a foundation here to be able to rise. And maybe you want to bring your back leg up just a little bit. I have some sensitive knee babies, so I often create a shorter stance, which helps me with my strength and stability. And we rise. And we rise. And just allowing yourself to catch your balance. Bringing your hands into cactus. Love cactus. Engaging that lower belly. Having a really strong sense of engagement in your left front leg. Making sure that your right knee is over your right ankle. Top of your left leg is engaged and strong. Arms are up. Inhale, we're going to reach all the way up. Exhale, slight twist here into our crescent lunge twist. Legs come up, arms come out, legs stay grounded, engaging the lower belly, and sinking a little bit more deeply into your pose. Oh, I am so strong. I am so strong. Me and this plant are so strong. This plant is a little sad. Watered a lot. It's not very, very happy. Inhale, coming up to center. Woo, straightening our front leg, bringing our back leg a little bit closer here. And we're going to go down, 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 keeping a straight back into our pyramid pose. You can create a micro bend in your front leg. Micro bend. Micro bends are the best in yoga for those of us who are hyper flexible in our joints. or hyperextenders of our joints, I should say. Inhale straight back. Exhale, allowing yourself to hinge at the waist, lower down. Just a little bit more. Giving our bodies the time to open and to respond as we melt into the pose. The balance between strength and flexibility in the present moment. Breathing. Breathing. Bending that front leg just a little bit. Creating some fisty poos with your hands as you walk them forward with a bent front leg. Stepping the back leg back. Coming into a forward fold. You can sway from side to side and allow whatever you no longer want to just fall off your back. To just fall off your back. Allowing your head to curl in a little bit more deeply to begin to understand what it is that you are letting go of. And exhale with a big ah. Next time we're gonna exhale and we're gonna move, we're gonna shake, we're gonna do a little shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Inhale. Ah, with emotion, shaky shake. Ah. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Ah. Inhale, lift them all the way up as we rise to the side and become one with the plant. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Mountain pose. Strong, strength, stability. I am a mountain. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hinging at the waist, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa, vinyasa, down into our upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Allowing your left leg to rise to the sky. Rise, rise, rise. Hinging at the knee and creating some movement. Movement with your knee. You open your hip and connect to the grounding beneath you from your hands and your leg in your three-legged dog. Straightening that left leg, inhale. Exhale, left leg comes through center of your hands, preparing your body to rise into a crescent lunge. Creating a sense of stability from your feet, foundation upwards. And feeling any tenderness or difference in this side of your body versus the other side. And always starting with your alignment from the bottom up. Creating a strong connection with your feet into the earth. Having your knee over your ankle. Strong, engaged right leg here. Hips are aligned with one another. We can rise up. Creating strength and openness here. And then coming into our cactus pose. And just seeing how we do. Seeing how we do. Feeling our warrior essence. This pose always makes me feel so strong. You can even open and close your hands if you want. Rawr. I am a lion. Extending your arms and coming into a twist. What side did I twist to last time? Yes, this side. Good. feeling any tenderness in your muscles. Inhale, coming up to center. Exhale, straightening that front leg, shifting your weight to come hoppitally hop a little bit closer. That feels good. Both legs are, both feetsies are facing forwards. Inhale up, maintaining a straight back, flat, flat, flat back as we lower down into our pyramid. If you'd like to create a micro bend in that front leg, go ahead. And if you can't reach all the way down, it's all good. You can stay here. You can put your hands behind your back to help with a flat back. Put your hands out. Whatever feels good. Use the plant in front of you for deep stability. That's my favorite option. It actually feels so good. I love this plant. I knew it was here for a reason. So allowing your heart to melt down as you hinge at the waist and allow the waist and the hips to be what bends, to allow you to keep your back flat and your chest open. Giving your body time to land in this pose, knowing that it takes about 30 seconds for your muscles to release elastin, which will help them open into a deeper state of stretching. And just breathing with that, being with that, finding your edge, knowing that you are perfect exactly as you are. You're perfect exactly where you are. And the only one who wants to change you is you. The only one that you have to worry about judgment with you is you. Bending that front leg, creating some cushion here with your little fisty poos into the earth, and stepping that back leg forward. Taking a moment in your forward fold. Shifting your weight as you're shifting your weight, no, but we're gonna walk our feetsies out to the sides of our mat. Bend our leggies. I'll show you this direction. Yeah. Into goddess vibes. Goddess vibes. Opening the hips. This practice is connected deeply to the sacral. To open, to connect, which is linked energetically to the physical part of our body that is our lower back and our hips. You can use your handsies to come onto your bumsicle. Oh yeah, bringing those legs, those leggy poos out to the side. And just taking a moment before we do anything to breathe. Yeah, so good to breathe. So good to be alive. The breath is the one part of our being that links our consciousness and our subconscious mind. We do it without thought, but when we bring consciousness into our breath, it opens up all the depths of our mind and allows us to see more clearly, which is why so often meditation, yoga, breath work brings out this energy of clarity. Because we can then see when we use the breath intentionally, we can see. can either point your toesies or flex your toesies. I'm gonna flex my toesies today. It's good to experiment with different muscles engaged in your practice of yoga. We don't want to be doing the same postures over and over and over again, necessarily in the same way for the body. I've learned, of course, there are certain alignments that are beneficial for different parts of the body and openness, but it's so important to keep variety in our practice, even in the small things like pointing and flexing our feet, because it offers us a new layer of connection to different parts of our bodies, different opennesses, and it allows us access to emotions that we may not have known have been stored, because when we move our bodies the same way, or when we work out in the same way, or when we connect in the same way to our bodies over and over and over again, there's still stagnant energies that exist. So it's about unlocking them. It's about connecting the mind and body and the soul, and using the body as the portal to come back to that. So follow your intuition. All that to say, follow your intuition about whether you want to go pointy point or flexi flex. Allie does flexi flex right now. We're going to inhale straight back. Exhale, coming over to one side. Leaving your body facing laterally. So we're going to be opening up the side body as opposed to the back body. This would be the back body. The side body is when we keep our chest open, when we keep our heart facing forwards as opposed to rotating our heart down into the leg. So for this part of the practice, the heart stays up and open. Inhaling, coming up to center. Exhaling over to the other side. Oh yeah. Oh, lateral stretches are so good right now. My goodness. Went to the gym for the first time in like 3 weeks, 2 days ago. I think I could have moved some muscles I haven't moved in a while. Oh yeah, so good. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, walking through to center. Just going as far as you can while leaving your chest open and expanded. Imagining that there's a string on your heart that's drawing it forwards. And we're allowing the rotation to happen from the hips, not from the back of the heart. It's being directed through the hips, and the heart is just staying open. It's being guided by that string. It's not about pushing, it's about leaning into our edge. And the same thing in life, when we lean into the edge of our comfort zone, we allow ourselves to grow. We can spend our lives avoiding areas of growth, or we can lean into them with love and gently guide ourselves back into the energy of expansion with grace. With grace, without rush, without force, but with just the intention of seeing what's true for us to guide us back to expanding. And in this moment, I invite you to ask yourself, what is true for me in my body that brings me to my edge of comfort and allows my muscles to expand now? So everything that we feel in yoga or any spiritual practice, breathwork, meditation, it's always a deeper representation of how we tend to show up in the world outside of the practice. What are the subconscious patterns, and how do they affect us in our life off of that? And now we just feel. Allowing your head to melt down, to sway from side to side ever so gently. And rolling up to center. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, so good. Shaky, shaky, shake, 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 shake the legs. Legs come together. Love that. You're gonna point. Bring your arms behind you. I like to create little tents with my arms, with my handsies, to help support my weight. We don't want to have our fingertips go into the earth like this. That's not safe for our fingies, but we can do tents like this. I hope you can see me okay. We can do tents like this, or we can do fists like this. But we're not squishing our fingertips into the earth. We create little tenty tents to protect our wrists. So we're gonna point and flex and point and flex and point and flex and inhale up and exhale down, keeping our elongation of the spine as we hinge of the waist and keep our chest open, drawing our energy down and forward simultaneously at a 45-degree angle, chop forward, yeah. Opening up the lower back. And there are so many different expressions of this pose where we can really open the upper back, where we kind of curl in, or we can focus on the lower back, the hamstrings, and the quote unquote, some would say the correct posture. I like to do a little bit of both, where I will show you where I use the hinging at the hips first and create full elongation of the spine and draw myself forward this way. And then when I'm in that full expression, I will allow myself after about 30 seconds to fall fully into the pose where I allow my head to melt. Today I'm a little bit tensy tense, so I'm going to stick to what feels safe for my body, which is a more open expression from the heart space. I don't want to push my back or push my body. I want to be loving to my edge and respect that there's an evolution. It's not always super flexy flex. Sometimes I'm just here to chill out, to feel more deeply. Finding your butterfly pose. Butterfly, I'll face you guys. Much more fun for me to see. Keeping that chest open and allowing yourself to use those elbows to gently open your hips. And there are a few things I like to say in this pose. One that I'll start with is, you remember ever being a kid in gymnastics or gym or whatever it was, where we would do our butterfly and we would flap our wings. And the teacher would ask us, where do you want to fly away to? Where do you want to fly away to? So in this moment, I invite you to close your eyes. I'm for real, I'm very much for real. Close your eyes, flap your butterfly wings, keep it straight back, and ask yourself, if 2024 was the most beautifully expressed year of my life, if I was living in full expression, and if I was a butterfly floating above, looking down to see me at this time next year, or maybe we choose to go to the summertime, or maybe we choose to go to the spring, pick a time next year. As specific as possible. And allow yourself to fly there. Allow yourself to rise in spirit and look down and see yourself next year. What are you doing? What is your full expression? Allowing the movement to slow. And we're going to draw forwards, bow at the head. To allow yourself to appreciate and feel gratitude for that full expression. Saying thank you to yourself, to your soul, to your heart for making your dreams come true and moving you in that direction. And allowing your sacral to fully feel that. The space right below your belly button, your lower back, your hips. We're going to invite that space through the breath to feel that sense of gratitude for what you have accomplished and created. So just feel. Keeping your eyes closed, I invite you to roll onto your back. Tucking your knees into your chest. Maybe you want to take one last twist or a hip stretch before Shavasana. And then whenever you're ready, you can find your corpse pose, your Shavasana, where we have our feet stretched out all the way, our legs. We can allow our ankles to go towards the edge of our mats and rotating our legs open, our feet open, allowing them to fall to the side. Having your hands and arms outstretched as well, creating a little space underneath your shoulder blades so that your heart stays open. Maybe you walk your shoulder blades a little bit closer together. I'm taking a moment here to just acknowledge and feel. There is nowhere for you to be, nothing for you to do. Your only job in this moment is to breathe. And for those of you who are on the live call, it is 5:28 now. I'm going to do about 5 minutes of energy healing. So we will go, or 6:28 EST, 5:28 Mexico time. So if you have to hop off right on time, I want to just let you know I'll be about 5 minutes late to offer some energy healing and Shavasana. And I invite you to stay if you're available for that. So as you take a deep breath in, opening the heart to receive any energy healing that's necessary, that's desired, and allowing our angels, archangels, energies, and entities of the greatest good for the highest good to be our protectors of this space. Our loving ancestors to be our protectors of this space and to allow us to come back to our heart center. Feeling my hand now on your lower back. Feeling the energy as it moves from the root of your being and opens the channel for release. You are safe to be in this present moment without attachment to who you always were. Without worry or fear about safety. You are safe and supported to come back to your creativity and to allow that to be expressed and moved through you. And to invite the depths of your feelings to join you in that creation process as you heal together. There are parts of your being that are asking to shine. There are parts of your being that are opening to love now as we move up to the back of the heart where we receive love. Love. I am safe to love and give love. I am safe to speak my love, my truth, my creation, my authenticity into this world. I am supported to see love and loving energies in all of its form, and I am safe to be connected to the energy of oneness because oneness is all that I am. Love is all that I am. Inhaling deeply into the heart, and on the exhale, allowing it to go all the way out to the toes. Deep breath in all the way to the crown, allowing it to fall all the way to the toes. Your energies, entities of the greatest good for the highest good, we thank you for being here, and we know that you are here whenever we call on you to be of devotional support to our healing. And the more that we show up for ourselves, the more that we will feel your presence and your support. We thank you, we love you. We close the space and we know that it is always available to us through the portal of our own breath and our own movement and our intention. Now as you wiggle your fingers and toes and deepen your breath to aliven your body, we invite your intention back into your heart. Knowing that whatever happened in this practice is perfect. It may feel distant from your intention, but it is always exactly what we need. Knowing that you are closer to your intention, closer to the realization of that intention now. And as you align in your body, it moves more deeply in integration to every cell of you, to your mind, to your soul, to all that you are. And you, my love, are exactly where you're meant to be. Thank you for joining this practice with me today. Drink lots of water, sleep well, rest well, eat nourishing food, and come back to this whenever you desire. All of these practices will be in the course library on Kajabi for your access. I will upload this momentarily as soon as it loads, but I love you all deeply. Take care of yourself. Reach out to me with any questions, comments, concerns, any ideas on how to keep plants thriving and alive as I look at the screen. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I will stop the recording now and wish you the most beautiful, beautiful night.